Hey, what's going on, Internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TBH, and to be honest, I'd like to thank EA. They were kind enough to fly Ethos and I out to an event in Sweden last month to play Anthem, and now that the embargo has been lifted, I can share my initial first impressions of the game. But first things first, just know that the gameplay you're looking at is from a build from a month ago, and the game doesn't drop until February, so things are subject to change. I can't stress enough that this is not a review, just some first impressions and feedback in hopes of shaping a better product before the release. I'm gonna give a few positive and negatives, y'all. First things first, the world is gorgeous. BioWare crafted a world that I definitely would like to dive deeper into. What stands out most to me is two things: the actual aesthetic of the world of Anthem and the verticality of it all. You're surrounded by lush forests, caves, waterfalls, and animals that all have this mystery to them. I'm not saying that mystery will be interesting because I don't know enough about the story, but I am saying at bare minimum they do have my attention. The depth of the world is awesome too. You'll be flying around high in the sky and then suddenly have to dive deep into some water that leads to an underground cave, and it's just beautiful to see all this transitioning going on. My one question with the lay of the land is the size. Is this a diverse, large world to play around in, or is this something on a smaller scale? I didn't get enough hands-on time to know that answer, so that remains to be seen. Flight feels great. Remember those old terrible Iron Man games that Sega released alongside the films when the MCU first started? Anthem feels like what those games should have been from a flight standpoint. It feels natural and fluid, and yes, each Javelin suit controls a bit differently from my experience. Today, all I have is Colossus footage for you, which is the tank, but I did get time with the other classes. I recorded the tank class because I felt like it wouldn't get much love. I knew most people were going to want to record the sexier classes, but I've always enjoyed running a tank in MOBAs because I understand the importance and how they affect the battlefield when properly utilized. And no, I'm not calling Anthem a MOBA. Please do not twist my words. I'm just saying I have a lot of experience running tanks in other types of games. The Colossus isn't as agile as the other suits, but he makes up for it with more health and damage. He gets this big shield that you can run around and tackle people with, which I love. You felt like an offensive lineman just tackling everybody on the battlefield. Speaking of combat, what I really like about this is this game has that BioWare touch to it. Teamwork is big in this game. It has a combo system similar to Mass Effect. Certain skills combo with one another to create big explosions and even bigger damage. That means communication will be big in this game against tougher enemies. Speaking of tougher enemies, I mainly play games on normal, but this is one of the few games where I did enjoy it on a harder difficulty, mainly because of the combo system. It would force you to coordinate skills together, which gave me more of a sense of satisfaction. I also like the higher difficulty because the enemies, they felt like they coordinated their offense better. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying it has smart AI, I'm just saying it felt like it was better because, it was freaking harder difficulty. Listen, on normal, all I'm saying is I felt like I was just running through folks and I want some challenge. Another negative, the graphics are nice, but lord did BioWare go OD on particles and lighting effects in this game. The special attacks and combos do these big explosions which causes large sparks of colors everywhere, and it's just too much, to be honest. It's hard to see what's going on in combat at times. Please dial it back, especially in this mission that I'm about to show you guys, because I'm gonna let the gameplay play in a little bit, where you're in these underground caverns and the level's a little bit more narrow, it's not open, large sparks everywhere. It just makes it hard to see in these super closed environments. I have a bunch of other questions like what's the in-game content gonna be like, where's the story going, and a bunch of other stuff, but I'm sure we'll get answers at a later date. My time with this game was very limited, so it's only so much that I can share, but so far I think the game is decent. I'll remain cautiously optimistic for the full release, and those are just some quick first impressions for me. Now, I'm gonna let the gameplay ride out. What you're looking at is a mission called Lost Arcanist. Ethos, Moonlight, Wolf, and I had to rescue someone from an enemy stronghold, and I went ham. So, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for more Anthem content, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
More incoming, watch those hives! Taken care of. Now let's see to those scars.
You got it. Matthias, give me an update.
I think I see them. Just a minute. Okay. Haven't been this far into the ruins.
Just stay ahead of them. I'm nearly there.
We've reached the tunnel.
You're close. Main chamber just ahead. It's incredible.
Seen some damage. Matthias has been busy.
Last run. I'm out of surprises, freelancer.
Stay put. I'll keep them off you.
Much appreciated.
Where are they all coming from?
Scars have too many ways to add to their numbers if needed.
How did you make them so mad, Matthias?
I don't know. Never seen them like this.
Be careful.
I'm trying.
We've got some Scar heavies. Could use some help. Look out! It is, but it looks dangerous.
Rust Reaver. The thing's name is Rust Reaver.
I don't care what its name is.
Let's clean up the rest of them now, shall we? Scars out of the way. Someone check on Matthias. I think we're done. What to say?
These scars. I don't know what to think. Arcanists and scars often clash over Shaper sites, but nothing like this. I must tell Tazin. Please. I need to return to Fort Tarsus.
And thanks for watching my video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you'll never miss another video. Also consider pledging my Patreon. It helps keep the lights on. There's a link in the description box below. Peace.